Hello everyone, welcome to my first proper video on this channel. Today I want to talk about a German television show that deserves more love. That show is called Danni Lowinski. Usually I am not a big fan of German television/movies because German actors aren't exactly the best in the world, to put it politely. Don't ask me what it is, but German actors are usually just bad. But every now and then there is a German show that I like very much, and Danni Lowinski is definitely one of them. In my opinion, this is an underrated show that deserves a lot more appreciation. The main character is Danni Lowinski, called Danni by most people. She's a lawyer. After having been a hairdresser for most of her life, she decides that she wants to make more out of herself, and she goes to law school and graduates. But her new life turns out to be much harder than she imagined. She tries to get a job in a law firm, but fails. So, in desperation, because she needs money, she takes a table and a chair and offers her service at a shopping mall for €1 a minute. Being this cheap, she is very attractive for the quote-unquote little people who could not afford a lawyer otherwise. The show is about her struggling to get clients, and the clients she gets are often enough not the usual kind of stuff a lawyer has to deal with. Since she is desperate for money, she is willing to take any case. What I love most about this show is how willing it is to discuss difficult topics and show arguments from both sides. Because some episodes deal with some pretty heavy stuff, I'm convinced you would not be able to make a show like this today. If some brave writer would even think about a concept like this, it would probably be enough for someone to burn the studio down. And that is why we should cherish shows like this even more, because we will most likely not get anything like this ever again. And I feel the setup is brilliant. As a lawyer, it is Danni's duty to argue in favor of her clients, no matter how questionable their behavior might be. And we as the audience will not lose respect for her because of that. Let me take an example from one of the darkest episodes where Danni has to defend a rapist. Usually, if the hero of our story would side with a person like that, the audience would not react very well to that. But Danni, being so desperate to earn enough money to put food on the table, and therefore has to take every client she can get, must take a side. Now, admittedly, this case is not about the rape itself. The man has already been punished for that, and he was in jail. Now he's back out, and his neighbors have decided to subject him to some good old-fashioned lynching. But still, seeing our hero argue in favor of this man is not easy. And still, due to the fact that she is just doing her job and in addition to that cannot be picky when it comes to her jobs, we can accept it much easier. Therefore, in my opinion, an ideal format for discussing difficult subjects. Danni is a very hard-working woman who more than once has to start all over again because things get really tough for her, but she never gives up. Sure, sometimes she cries when everything she worked so hard for just disappeared in front of her eyes, but then she kicks herself in the rear end, gets back up and gets back to work to try again, even harder. Danni lives together with her father, Kurt, in a small flat in a rather miserable part of Cologne. Kurt is in a wheelchair after a work accident, and he is, let's say, difficult. He drinks a lot and is just sitting more or less depressed in front of the television all day, and he pulls quite a few stupid stunts over the years. But despite his antics, he's still a likable person. At least I like him, especially since from everything we hear from Danni about her childhood, he is a wonderful father. When Danni was little and her mother left, he was always there and took care of her. Now that she has grown up and he is in the wheelchair, the roles are reversed. And sure, you could argue that the actor sometimes puts it a little bit over the top. Then there is Bea. She is Danni's best friend forever. She is a little bit of a cliché. She's not the brightest and very naive, but she is still a sweetheart, a good and a reliable friend. I feel for her it would have been better to have a better actress. A better actress could have saved some of the more cringy scenes. Bea is a barista at a coffee shop at the mall where Danni has her table. Niels is another person who's working at the mall. He has quite a bit of a character arc of his own in the show. He's a man of many talents. Over the years, he opens different kinds of shops or services. He's a good guy with quite a few issues to work out. Then there is Rasul. He is running the lock and key service where he's also repairing shoes. He, Bea and Niels often help Danni with her cases. He is replaced by Hannes after season 1, and in the last season Orkan takes over the job. The last member of the team is Hashtag. That is a nickname, obviously, given to her by Danni after she explained to her what a hashtag is. She takes over the coffee shop after Bea gets pregnant. In addition to that, there are boyfriends coming and going. You really can't accuse Danni of being fixated on only one type of man. Look at that one. I'm not going to spoil with whom she'll end up staying in the end. So that is the cast of Danni Lowinski. I could keep going on about how much I love this show, but for now I will end this introduction here. I will discuss the actual episodes in separate videos. We have 65 episodes to go through, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope to see you then. Bye.